Hey, wedding photographers, if you are not offering albums, professional albums to your clients, you are missing out on supplemental income, you're missing out on the most professional representation of your work, and you're missing out on providing your clients with a legacy product. So in this video, I'm going to explain why I offer albums to my clients and break down the benefits so that you can offer them to yours too. Hey there, I'm Katelyn, and I'm so glad you found my YouTube channel. This is a place where we empower photographers to build profitable and purposeful businesses while also letting you into a little behind the scenes of our personal life. So I want to talk to you today about the power of offering albums to your clients. And I have found in 8, 9, even 10 years of educating photographers that there are so many photographers that never even think about getting into the process of offering albums to their clients because it just seems too intimidating and it doesn't seem to be worth it for them. And so what I want to do in this video is to try to explain to you the benefits of offering albums and why I could never imagine my business without them. And at the end of this video, I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about my favorite album company, Kiss Books, and talk about a brand new sample album that I just received in the mail and give you a little bit of the features and why we choose them for our albums time and time again. So the reason number one why I think that every photographer should consider having albums as a part of what you offer your clients in their experience is because if you care about the legacy of what you're offering in your business, this is what guarantees that the story of your client's wedding day will live on. My daughter is 3, all right, so Evie is 3 years old. And I've always said to our clients and to photographers that we educate that if you offer albums, this is what you hand down to your children. But it wasn't until recently that I actually started realizing, oh my gosh, Evie loves looking at our wedding album. For the first time, at almost 3.5, she sat down and started flipping the pages and said, oh, that's Aunt Emmy. Oh, that's Dada. Oh, that's Uncle Corey. And pointing out people that she recognized in our bridal party. And then saw me dancing with her granddaddy. And then saw Mimi at the front of the church. Like, it's really awesome to be able to see the legacy in action. So if you've never considered that for your clients and you've never made that a part of the story that you want to tell and the legacy you want to create for them, now is the time. I cannot make my clients hang their pictures on their walls, right? I cannot make anyone do that. I can't even make my clients print their images. I can run print sales. I can encourage them to print something, but I can't make them do that. But I can offer a system that allows them to purchase an album and have a legacy product to deliver to their family for generations and generations. My parents did not have a wedding album. They had a tiny little thing that they made themselves and they slipped in a few 4x6 images. And my mom still to this day, every time I would take that album out, that handmade, just slide the picture in type of book. Every time I looked at it, because it means so much to me, it's all I've seen of my parents' wedding day. My mom always said, I wish we had done it the real way. Like, I wish I had a real wedding album. It's one of her biggest regrets. And in the moment of their wedding and the cost and all the stress of everything, she just wanted to be married. But now that has children and grandchildren, she wishes that she had something tangible, the story all in one place to show us. And I want that for my clients. I'm so thankful that I have it for my own children. So the next reason why I think photographers should add albums as a part of what they offer in their client experience is because it's supplemental income. This is the most basic and foundational example of passive income. So what do I mean by that? You do the hard work of photographing the day, right? You capture everything. It's a lot of physical work. You do the editing, a lot of long hours. Once that gallery is delivered, why would you not try to make as much money off of your hard work as humanly possible? You do the work once and you make more profit off of it later. That's the definition of passive income. It's income that comes from something you've already done in the past. And so albums, a lot of people don't view it that way. They just see the work of like, gosh, you have to have a design process and you got to know which company to use. And I just don't want to get into all that. But here's the thing, the value that comes from having a way to make more money off of the product you've already created is invaluable. I know some wedding photographers who have started offering albums and have a great system for selling their albums, and they're easily adding 10 to 20 grand of extra income to their overall net income for the year every single year. I mean, can you imagine that? For some people, that's like adding half of another wedding season. So take what you're already doing. You're already doing the work. If you're a wedding photographer, you are creating the images. You have everything you need, except you just need to present the option to your client and a reason and an incentive for them to purchase. So without album sales, there's literally money just left on the table. So we build in our album offer into the booking process. So it's very easy to upgrade their package to include an album, and 90% of our couples do. So then after the wedding day is done, we design the album, and let's be honest, we outsource that, right? So we pay $125, $150 to have the entire design process handed off to Align Album Design. Align Album Design is incredible. I've used them almost since the beginning. I should have used them sooner. I had a horrible album process beforehand. One of my clients called me in tears, and I'm like, I should not be doing albums. Even though I love designing, I shouldn't be doing albums. And I found Align Album Design, and seriously, we shoot a wedding on Saturday. I blog it on Tuesday. The album design is done by Wednesday or Thursday, and the final gallery is delivered to my client on Friday. Everything about that process is done. Any changes that my clients want to make to their album design, I don't even touch them. Align does that all for me. The only thing we have to do is literally go on the KISS website and order our client's album. That's it. Thanks to Align Album Design. So I'll be sure to link them below because we love this tool and this resource for photographers. So here's the thing. Once we are done with the album design, we will pay to have some additional pages designed because our clients can't say no to additional spreads. When they see their whole wedding day in book form, they don't want to get rid of a single page. They don't want to get rid of their reception details that they planned, and they don't want to get rid of the epic portraits from the sunset portion of the day, and they don't want to get rid of any of the reception shots or the bridal portraits. So what do? They spend additional money and upgrade their spreads. So we make more money even after the fact, after they've already initially purchased the album, because we always ask our clients if they're interested in upgrading in size or in spreads. So you can see why this isn't just like this one tier supplemental income. There's so many different ways you can make more and more money off of one booked client if you simply have a great album process. So the last reason I think every wedding photographer should consider offering albums in their client experience is because this is the most professional representation of my work that I will ever see. I love seeing my work, beautiful portraits on my Instagram account. It's fun to update my portfolio site on my website and click publish and see it all there. Like, that's awesome. Nothing compares to seeing your work printed in a professional album. Now, I'm not talking a Snapfish album. I'm not talking, something you can order and it's printed 20 minutes later at Target. I'm talking professionally, taking your professional images and put it in a professional album that's handcrafted in a production process at a factory by a professional album company. The first time I saw one of my sample albums, all the way back in 2008, when I first ordered mine, my images weren't perfect, right? They weren't anywhere close to the quality they are today. But that sample album, I can't explain to you how professional I felt when I received it. I felt like, oh my gosh, I can really do this. And so offering albums just took me from this place of feeling like, yeah, I have a camera and I deliver digital images to, oh my gosh, like, I'm a legit professional photographer. Look how gorgeous this is. And every time I get a sample album, I feel exactly the same way all over again. So if you've never experienced your images being printed in a professional album, you really have no idea what I'm talking about, because something shifts in you about the way you view yourself as a photographer when you have something like this in your hands. Let me move on and explain just why I think that makes such an impact. I think it makes such an impact because these books are so well made. They're heavy, the pages are thick, this part is thick, everything. And you might think, oh, is it good for an album to be heavy? Yeah. In my opinion, I think heavy, durable, thick page albums, it just feels like this is going to last for generations to come. I don't need to worry about anything getting bent. It's so sturdy, it's so well made, and the color is awesome. So this was a sample album I just recently ordered from KISS, and I have been meaning to order a new sample album for so long. And now I've gotten this question a few times. I don't really do in-person consultations. So a lot of people have said to me, well, Katelyn, if you don't do in-person consultations, which that's a whole nother video, but basically in a nutshell, I do so much personal marketing online that most KJ brides know they want to book us without needing to meet with us face-to-face in Panera or a Starbucks. They don't need that meeting in order to be convinced that we're the right fit for them. And so I don't meet with people in real life, in person. Another reason is because I have very young children, and that's a big commitment. And so if I don't have to do it, I'm not going to do it. So why have a sample album if I'm not taking it to show to anyone? Well, I have a sample album because I want to have a beautiful in-person product that I can photograph, that I can blog, that I can put into our pricing pricing guide, and I needed an updated album to showcase in that way. So I updated it. This is a 12 by 12 linen Kiss album. I love the 12 by 12. Don't know why I've never done a 12 by 12 before. I've seen them before and I thought, oh, they're massive, but massive is great. I love this. So this has an inset cover option, and then I debossed the title of their names. I just did Greg plus Kate, and the pages are super thick. The color is accurate. It's literally one of the most fun things to receive in the mail. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of a tour. This was a wedding that we shot in Lake Como, Italy. It will forever be one of my favorites, hands down. This is a book that I will use to, one, update my pricing guide, two, update and use images from when I shoot this to update album options whenever we display that to our clients when they're picking their album selections and what their different options would be. I would also love to order, and I plan to do this in the future, a 8x8 or a 10x10 album with a different color linen. I don't think that you need to offer every single color that your album company offers. Like, there's a purple linen and there's a sage green linen, and that doesn't really fit my style, but I love the neutral option. So I'd love to have this cream, like light linen color. Also, I want to have like a grayish, darker taupe color as well that they offer. So I believe that color is Pebble, the one that I want to get next. So this was a good start. I'm in love with it. I am so impressed. Kiss is our album company of choice because we love the product, but more than that, we love the people that are behind Kiss. And I wanted to mention this before I go, because when you get into the world of deciding, okay, what companies do I want to work with? I want to start offering albums. Where do I start? I just want to let you know that when you start to work with companies in our industry, it is so important to understand who's behind the company that you're supporting. We've been burned by this in the past, and so we've learned our lesson the hard way, that it pays to do the hard work of connecting, whether it's with the owner, the CEO, or the head of client communication, and just hear about the company's history, what they stand for, read reviews. Kiss is the #1 album company that I have ever experienced in 12 years, and multiple companies that we've worked with in the past. They're the only company that truly listens to what their clients have feedback on. I had some feedback years ago about some changes that I thought maybe should be made in the album process, and they listened to me, and I have never experienced that. They truly care about what photographers are saying about their products, which means I truly think that they care and respect who they're working for and who is trusting them with this part of their business. So we love Kiss, we love their product, but even more than that, we love the people that make Kiss happen day in and day out. So that would be Sean Gordon. We love him. He's a dear friend of ours. He is the owner of Kiss. And so if you want more information on Kiss, we will link them below. And if you want more information about Align album design, we will link them below as well. But those are the two tools that I recommend using to get started with your album process. There's so many other resources out there, but those are the tools that we use, and we choose to use them over and over again because of the way that they make our album process easy and affordable, and it allows us to have a life and still make supplemental income in the process, which is a win for everybody. So thanks for tuning in. This is a really special part of our business. If you have questions about the album process, questions about how I got started, have I always designed and outsourced like that part of the album process, just whatever questions I can help with, let me know. I'd love to answer them. And if we have enough questions, maybe we'll do another supplemental video in the future.